Hi everyone. As you probably know by now, I'm really into something that I call Zigzag think. It's a kind of roundabout, back to front, inside out way at solving problems. I grew up with the idea that pirates wore a patch over one eye, and always assumed as a kid that they did this because they got wounded in the strains of battle and warfare. But a while ago I read something about not pirates, but about sailors working for the British Navy at about the time in the 18th century. And they too wore a patch over one eye. But as I read, the sailors in the British Army and British Navy, and the pirates as well, who copied them, wore patches over one eye for a very different reason than having been wounded in battle. A very clever reason, and it's this. In the Navy, on the ships that crossed the seas and the oceans, it was necessary to constantly run up to the decks and down into the darkness. And the same was true for pirateers and their vessels. It was necessary to man the decks and the sails, and then moments later rush down into the darkness of the galleys and the quarters below. And of course it was, because you couldn't have some men who had to be up and some men who had to be below the decks. So sailors of all descriptions, whether they were pirateers or marines or naval men, they would wear a patch over one eye so that when they were above decks, they could use the non-patched eye. And when they went below decks, they could flip the patch over, and instantly they had an eye which was acclimatized for darkness. That is Zigzag think, and it is a form of genius of problem solving that I believe can kind of recalibrate us as a society if we think like that.